Hello everyone, our new chapter name is the Introduction to C++. So this is the basic one part, and next lecture we will continue the basic two part, that is the basic information of C++. What is the C++? That is the introduction to C++. So first of all we see the points. First of all, introduction, character set, tokens, keywords, identifiers, and data types. So these points are included in basic part, that is the introduction to C++, our third chapter. So we will see one by one. So first of all, the introductions. C++ generally is statically typed, compile, general purpose, case sensitive, free form programming language that supports the procedural and object oriented and generic programming. Basically C++ is the object oriented programming language, and C++ regarded as a middle level language as it comprises a combination of both high level and low level language. So C++ is a superset of C, and that virtually any legal C program is legal C++ program. So C++ fully supports the object-oriented programming, that including the four object-oriented development like encapsulation, data hiding, inheritance, and Polyformism. So these are the four pillars of object-oriented developments. So C++ is an object-oriented programming language. Initially, C++ was named as C with classes. So why use C++? So C++ is one of the world's most popular programming language, and basically C language and C++ language is the basic language. C++ is an incremental version of C. It is a superset of C. Almost all C programs can also run in C++ compiler. So C++ is a portable and can be used to develop the application that can be adapted to multiple platforms. C++ fun and easy to learn, and C++ supports the polyformism also, and C++ was developed by Strostrup at AT and T Bell Laboratories, that is the USA, in the early 80s. So C++ allows user to create the abstract data types to inherit the properties from existing data types, and object oriented libraries can be built by C++. C++ programs can be easily implemented, maintained, and expanded. So C++ is the one of the world most popular programming language. Today's operating C++ can be found in today's operating system, graphical user interface, and embedded system. So C++ is a object-oriented programming language which gives a clear structures to program and allows code to be reused, lowering development cost. So next one is the character set. So in C++, character set is a set of all valid characters that can be used in C++ program. So a character is an alphabet, digits, or special symbols. It is used to represent the information. Every language allows only certain characters to be used in program. The collections, suppose the collection of all such characters is called as a character set. Okay, the collection of all such character is called as a character set. So every language has its own character sets, where when we write a program in language, then we can use only those character from the character set of the language. So in this figure we show the valid alphabets, numbers, and special symbols allowed in C++. Observe that the character set of C++ is same as of the same as that of C. So letters uppercase A to Z and lowercase a to Z. Next is a digit, all digits 0 to 9, and special characters, that is the all the symbols we can use, and white spaces, that is the blank space, form paid, carriage written, new line, or horizontal tab. These are the valid character sets. So next one is the tokens. It is very small part, the smallest individual unit in a program. smallest individual unit in a program are called as a tokens. Okay, smallest individual units in a program are called tokens. It is a common name given to similar items. So token, कितने tokens है? 5 tokens है, like keywords, identifiers, constant, string and operator. C++ program consists of these tokens and white spaces. The program is written as per the syntax rule of the language. The syntax rules are grammatical rules for writing program. So next one is the keywords. Keywords are those words who has special meaning for compiler. We can't use keywords as a variable name. So in CPP, there are the 32 keywords we can use. Keywords are those words whose meaning has already been explained to the compiler. The keywords implements the specific features of the language. The keyword cannot be used as a variable name. So these are the 32 keywords shown in figure. So keywords are those words who has a special meaning for compiler, and there are the 32 keywords as shown in the figure. So next one is the identifier. So identifier are a fundamental building block of a program and are used to general names gives to different parts of the program wise function, array structure and variable. So there are the some rules of naming identifiers. Identifiers can have alphabets, digits and underscore sign characters. They must not be a keyword or boolean or null. They must not begin with digits से start नहीं करना. They must not begin with digits. They can be of any length. C++ is a case sensitive, that is uppercase letter and lowercase letters are treated differently. ये point important है. C++ is a case sensitive, that is uppercase letter and lowercase letter are treated differently. So next one is the data types. Data types are used to define a variable. Data types represent the types information present in variable. So data types are keywords which are used in assign a type a variable. So different data types available in C++, that is the integers, unsigned int, short, unsigned short, long, unsigned long. So यहाँ पे टाइप दिया हुआ है, उसके स्टोरेज साइज़ दी हुई है एंड वैल्यू रेंज दी हुई है. सो इंट का जो स्टोरेज साइज़ है वो 2 और 4 बाइट दिया हुआ है. अनसाइन इन 2 और 4 बाइट्स ऑल्सो. देन शॉर्ट 2 बाइट्स, अनसाइन शॉर्ट 2 बाइट्स, लॉन्ग 4 बाइट्स, अनसाइन लॉन्ग 4 bytes. So integer, these are the integer type. Integer data types are like whole numbers. They are also include the negative numbers also, but does not support the डेसिमल नंबर. यहाँ पे वैल्यू रेंज भी दिए हुए हैं. सो आपको ये ध्यान में रखो, स्टोरेज साइज एंड डेटा टाइप. सो इंटीजर, सपोज इंटीजर डेटा टाइप है, उसकी जो स्टोरेज साइज है वो 2 और 4 बाइट्स है. ये सब स्टोरेज साइज एटलीस्ट ध्यान में रखो. So next one is the float point type. Float data type allows user to store the decimal values in variable. Suppose यहाँ पे again float point data type है. So type float, storage size is 4 byte and precision is a 6 decimal places. Type is double, storage size is 8 byte. Then next one, type is long double, storage size is 10 byte. Here they can show the value range and precisions also. So these are the float point, that is the fractional part. Okay, fractional part. Next one is the character type. So character data type used to store only one letter, digits, symbols at a time. Okay, character की जो storage size होती है वो 1 byte होती है. unsigned character की जो storage size होती है वो 1 byte होती है. and signed की character जो storage size होती है वो भी 1 byte होती है. सो ये अभी 3 डेटा टाइप्स देखे हमने, इंटीजर, फ्लोट एंड कैरेक्टर. सो नेक्स्ट पार्ट में हम रिमेनिंग बेसिक पार्ट देखेंगे. सो वी विल सी इन नेक्स्ट लेक्चर.